Today is the day. Finally. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. After 6 long weeks, getting our mast ready, facing delay after delay. Today is the day our brand new mast gets lifted onto our boat permanently. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Now we can really see the cruising lifestyle just around the corner. Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Merryweather. Time is going extremely slow for us at the moment. We put up our mast in the last episode and we measured the stays. That was 2 Mondays ago, and right now it is Thursday. So we're like a week and a half after last week and things are going quite slowly. We relied on our rigger to have all the parts necessary for our forestay. We didn't actually order those from the mast company, and he didn't have them, so we had to order them from England, and now they've taken X amount of time to get here, and delays on delays. It's quite frustrating, but we're trying to keep our happy civil face on. Today we have a little job for you. I got the bracket back for the engine. So our engine mounts on a bracket, and the bracket mounts on the engine mounts within the engine bay. So today I'm going to be cleaning up the engine bay. I'm going to be putting this bracket in and assembling it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the engine is kind of ready by early next week, like Monday, Tuesday. Please don't forget to give a little like to this video. It really helps us out. We've been away for a while, kind of having babies and whatnot, and the algorithm, it's not so happy at us at the moment. So please don't forget to like the video. Cheers.
Hey, Wings. Hey, big boy. How you doing? Hey. Hey. Where's the smile? There's a smile. Hey. And this one, little ship machine. I've changed your nappy 3 times this morning. 3. So, my darling, how you doing?
Good. I'm a little bit frustrated that we still live in an apartment when we have a beautiful boat there. I really wish that we have a mast and an engine on this boat so we can put it in the water. But it's gonna happen at some point. We're healthy and happy and growing and...
Happy being a new mum?
I feel like I've been doing it for a long time.
Is it rewarding, but is it?
It is rewarding. So many smiles and laughter in a day, which is very good. Happy. Happy toobies.
He's like, what is the camera? What is that thing? What is this furry thing? Yeah, the microphone. He loves the microphone.
Yeah, of course.
He's like looking at the microphone.
Is that a toy? Can I have it?
Alright, so we have made it into the engine room. I'll just run you through exactly what's going on in here so you can understand exactly what I have to do today and in the next couple days, hopefully, maybe not weeks, with putting the engine in this engine bay, and then I have to align it with the C drive. Here we have the engine bay. These 2 big stringers are the strength of the engine bay and where the engine sits on. We have our engine mounts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's going to happen on top of these engine mounts is we're going to put a big bracket. This is one of them. This is another one. They're going to join up in a rectangle, and then the engine will go on top and we will bolt the engine to these brackets. So I'm just going to go about that now. I will say this, when I first saw this engine bay, it scared the hell out of me how like dirty it was, how cramped it was. And now after I've cleaned it and I've worked in it for so long and I've tinkered here and there, I actually really enjoy it down here now. It's weird to say that, but it's really clean now. I can get access to things, I can understand how they all work, and it's a little bit reassuring moving forward owning this boat and sailing around the world. We're going to have lots of problems in here, and I have to get used to being down here and being able to fix it. Just need to take a quick pause to thank one Nick Rupert for providing us these brand new head torches. I am clearly making good use out of them in the engine room. A big thank you, mate. Cheers. While I've got you here, I'll just explain a few things. These are our battery banks. I have another battery over here, and I have a starter battery under there. We have one air conditioning compressor. We have two air conditioning compressors. This is a 12-volt battery charger for the engine batteries. Wind generator control charger. A water making unit over here. That's our desalinator. Inverter over here, 1200 watts from 24 volt. So over here we have our salt water in. We have a bilge pump and a backup bilge pump. For anybody who doesn't know, the ML, all the grey water goes into this area in the engine bay, and there's about a meter and a half of depth going down to the keel, and all the water just congregates there, and when it gets to a certain level, these pumps pump it out the side. I don't know how I feel about this system. It's different to how I had it on the last boat, so ask me in a couple months and I'll let you know. The engine room and everything in here is just so extensive. There's a hot water system over there. I've got a 6 kilowatt generator. It's extensive. It's a little bit of a mess, so I'm looking forward to cleaning it up a little bit, putting my own little spin on things. It's nice to be down here. It's a bit quiet, you know. I've got a little fan that's buzzing. Just need an air conditioner in here and I'll never leave. Alright, so I've now mounted the frame. I've just left these bolts loose. Basically, this frame will need to move up and down depending on the alignment with the engine, which will be put on here, and the shaft. This needs to be very, very precise, and I'll go through that when I get the engine on another day. But the engine needs to be mounted in a very precise way. So this is our C drive, and the C drive is actually connected to the frame via these two mounts, and this bracket will come across. Alright, so I've just put it in just temporarily to show you. This frame here will be mounted through bolts that will go through there. They'll be mounted to the C drive, and then it'll also be mounted to these engine mounts, which are mounted to the bracket. It's a bit of a head case, but we're going to get there. So luckily I was actually dismantling all this myself last year, so I kind of understand how it goes back together, which is good. It's going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, quite easy. We'll see when we get the engine in here and we start aligning it up with the C drive. We'll see how we go, but I think it's going to be quite doable. Okay. Whew, good morning. Bright and early here at the boat this morning. It's about 7:30. Today could be the day. And I say could be because I don't want to get my hopes up. The rigger said yesterday that he could order the crane for this morning, which is a Friday, or he could order it tomorrow, which is Saturday. He's been waiting on a part. He got the part in the other day, and he's fitted the furling system is constructed, and he's fitted the part. So there's no real reason not to do it today, besides the wind. So when we put this mast up, we want a very calm day. We don't want too much wind swaying the mast around while it's being held up by a crane. So fingers crossed that this mast goes up today. And they have showed up. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We have a crane, we have the rigger, we have a bunch of workers working for the rigger, and this crane, this mast is going to be put on our boat today. Finally. Okay, so the hook has been strapped and it's got a bit of protection around it to protect the mast. The mast has a bit of protection around it from when we put it up the first time, and everybody's just in place now. The forestay is attached to the top of the head of the mast, and things are looking really good. Hook is connected to the sling. We're just about to start lifting, which we have to get a lot of weight on this back of the mast, stop it moving around too much. Alright, let's do a little bit of a lowdown. So, that was very, very stressful. Lots going on, but we have 3 stays on each side holding the mast up. We have the back stay on. The forestay, we have just a rope holding the mast forward. The forestay is not attached yet. He does believe that there was maybe a miscalculation in measurement for the forestay. The remedy for that will be making a bigger, longer chain plate. The idea is to just remove the chain plate, which I have, and go get a new one made up and then put the new one in, which is a little bit longer so the forestay can reach down to the chain plate. But overall, it's looking fantastic. It's been a bloody long time in the making, that's for sure. It's looking very nice. Things are happening. Things are really happening, and I'm over the moon. So in the chaotic mess that was putting up the mast, some of the stays just didn't really fit in properly. The inner stays, basically, they come from below the first spreader down. They just haven't been attached. So they're just doing that right now. He's up in a cherry picker, putting it in, otherwise marking the cut of the cable. He's going to swage it very soon. Alright, it is the next morning. The sun is shining ridiculously hard. It's quite warm, it's only like 9:30, but the mast is up. So I'll run you through some of the things that they've done and one in particular thing they've still got to do. Okay, so we have our inner shrouds. 1, 2, they're on. Our V's and D's, they go right, one of those goes right at the top, one goes halfway up. They're all on, which is really good. So we have 4 stays on each side of the mast are on. We have our back stay, which goes from the back of the mast and it comes back. That's the back stay connected there. The rod kicker, they've attached that, and I've also got they brought the boom up, which is quite good. That'll be quite easy to put on. But here is our problem: the forestay is extremely short. This is obviously a stuff up when he was measuring it. The chain plate is down here. The chain plate has not moved since the measuring took place. He has measured it, cut the forestay, put the foils and furling drum over the forestay, and it's considerably short. Like considerably short. So he basically accepted the mistake for this, and he's going to redo a new forestay. So he has actually put a halyard down to my windlass, and it's attached to the windlass. So that is kind of acting as a temporary forestay, just keeping the mast secure. Yeah, you need to have a forestay of some sort, even if it's not a really strong one, to keep the mast forward. Otherwise, you run the risk of it could come down. Unlikely, but yeah. So I'm not sure if I conveyed it properly yesterday. It was extremely stressful putting it up. The rigger, he doesn't hold back with his emotions, let's just put it that way. We managed to get it up. Everything has gone quite smoothly. The cables were a little bit of a struggle, getting the cables through the deck and into the boat. There was lots of pulling involved, so I hope I haven't damaged any of the cables, fingers crossed. So yeah, overall, happy captain. In other news, one of the jobs which I had to do before getting launched is test the continuity between my my zincs. So there's one here, there's one on the other side of the rudder. So the continuity between my zincs and my earthing system in my boat and the prop and also the keel, I believe, they'll have to be connected. The continuity has to be near zero, which means that electrically, when you have stray currents in the water, that those stray currents degrade the zincs first and not the actual prop or the sea drive or the keel. Those things, you want to keep them intact. So you have these sacrificial zincs, which are meant to corrode first. Okay, so upon investigating the whole earthing system, I found a very important strap which is completely broken and it needs to be replaced. This strap connects the earthing system in the engine room to the keel, and I had a little look on the Amel owners group, and it's very important that this is intact. Otherwise you risk potentially the keel kind of corroding, I think, and the ballast. We have a ballast in the keel, I think, where our fresh water is, and if that all corrodes, you know, the boat's stuffed and it's very hard to fix. So we want to replace this strap. I'll see if I can get it on film. It's right in the depth of the grey water sump, and it's a very dirty place. It's probably one of the most dirty places on the boat. But it needs to be replaced, so I'm going to go to the mechanic this morning and see if I can get one. See if I can get it on film for you right now. Okay, this little copper strap here, so it runs all the way down to the bottom, and right at the bottom you see there's that nut there, so that's where the strap connects to. You can't really see it great, but the strap is broken and it needs to be replaced. So to replace this strap, I'm going to go to my welder fabricator. He says he's got some copper pipe, so I'm probably going to get some copper pipe, flatten it, and then drill a couple holes in it and attach it down to the keel bolt and onto the earthing system, and hopefully that will improve the integrity of my earthing system and maintain the boat as best I can. It's not a fun job, but it's a necessary job before we get in the water. Oh, I'm so happy right now. It is officially up. Everything is complete. We have 4 shrouds on either side of the mast. They are connected, 2 inner shrouds and 2 outer shrouds. We have a forestay, all fixed, all connected. He stuffed it up the first time, but he's replaced it and it's looking 100% amazing. We've got a backstay coming to the back. Our boom is up. Our rod kicker is in. All we need now is some sails and we are away. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. It's been a long, like, just the process of getting the mast constructed, having everything finalized there, then finally booking it in for construction and then shipping it. Geez, shipping took like 2 months. And then once we finally had it here, it's been a month and a half just sitting, you know, constructing it on the ground and putting it on the boat. So many delays, so many just really frustrating moments, but now it's up, guys. It feels good. It feels really good.
Mi alma se asoma al viento, la lluvia me hace recordar tu voz suspirando el cielo, las olas quiebran y